Hey, having some miserable wet weather out here. After that storm went through, just like we got in a weather pattern of misty rain. I know some of you guys are dry and you don't want to hear no belly aching about rain. I can't get in the field and finish cutting my silage. Tried some yesterday because it wasn't raining at all. It just wouldn't work. Got the tractor all muddy and it just wasn't working. Like I say, I won't complain. We are going to go in the shop. Yeah, we're in the shop today, so a lot of you guys from the last tractor pull video from the county fair, we pulled on Saturday. Then Sunday they had the lawn and garden size tractors pulled. The boys work on some of the compact diesels, and they kind of specialize in building those engines and tuning them, and the fuel systems and the turbo and whatnot, injectors. They do a lot of work on it. Anyhow, a lot of you guys don't even know, you've never seen them before, you don't know what's in them. You had some curiosity, so I figured I'll show you a little bit. This is one engine that they're 3-cylinder diesel indirect injection engines. This happens to be a Yanmar that they use in the John Deeres. It can't be any more than 70 cubic inches. This is not quite 70. They got a inline pump on them called a box pump is what the terminology they use. To be legal in the class, it has to be indirect injection and utilize this box pump. It just means that you can unbolt this and take it out and this part stays on the engine. Like I say, and this is a turbo that they had been running on this engine for the boys. This, just to give you an idea what size it is. This turbo needs to be upgraded. It's kind of outdated. They turn like these engines will turn 9,000 RPMs because they don't have a lot of stroke, and they can really spin up. And consequently, with the turbo on them, they can put out 150, 200 horsepower. I know it sounds crazy, but they do. And the boys are shooting for quite a bit more horsepower with some of the experimental engines that they're building. So anyhow, and they got to have a steel flywheel for safety and everything. And it's really hard to balance them. That's kind of my job, is balancing them. I got to balance them up over here on the I got a machine we balance them on over here in the other shop. Got everything covered up right now. Put your crankshaft on there, and this is a belt that just spins it up and rotates it, and it's got these sensors that read vibration on here, and it comes out up on this, and you keep on whittling on it and playing with it until you get it so that needle don't move hardly. And you know you got them in balance. It can take a while. Sometimes it can be pretty tricky. And these 3 cylinders are really hard to balance. First I couldn't figure out why it was so hard to balance them, and then I realized that the throws are not evenly spaced like a triangle. They are offset, like 2 throws will be a lot closer and the other one there'll be a lot more distance between it. They do that to even up your power pulses or exhaust pulses or something, I don't know. But anyway, it's really a trip to try to balance them. I don't mind telling you, but we get them balanced, and that's important. Not a lot of them have them balanced, which is crazy. Anyway, here you got a bare block. This is the size of the block. This is a Yanmar block also, and Yanmar is not the only one type engine they use. I mean, a lot of them use Kubotas. Boys built Kubotas, and Mitsubishi. I think it's a Mitsubishi. I don't think it's in the Subaru. Anyhow, I think it's a Mitsubishi they built for one of the fellas. They all have their good points and bad points. Boys are trying to find the best all-around engine. There's just problems with each one has its drawbacks. But anyhow, they're working with them and getting what power they can out of them. Matthews does a lot of work with the injection system, making dual feed injectors, and did a heck of a lot of machine work inside the pumps to fit bigger plungers and barrels in there. And he does a lot of work getting the rack to be able to move far enough that it's fully open. There's a lot of little things you can do. So anyhow, like I say, some of y'all were curious, so I thought I'd show a little bit about it. I'll show you the type of rear they use. See if I can find one. This is the rear that they would use. Of course, they do a lot of changing in them. You have to, because they will not hold up stock. They are, I'm sorry to say, a Cub Cadet rear. Cub Cadet is the only lawnmower that uses an actual tractor rear. The other brands, they hold up just fine for cutting your grass and doing garden work and different things like that, even some plowing with a little plow if you want to play gardener with your lawn and garden tractor. But when they came up with the idea to build the little garden tractor, the people at IH just took the rear out of a Cub, Farmall Cub actual tractor, and that's what they used instead of having the drop axles on there. They just came out with some regular axles for the mower wheels to hook to. So and it has the 3-speed Cub transmission in it, so that's why it's heavier duty. They just used what they already had available. For whatever reason, they knew it would hold up, and then they knew they didn't need to spend any money in the design department or making something new. They already had everything there to build that, so and it worked fine. So, but it ended up being an actual tractor rear in there, and it's basically the only rear that would hold up to the horsepower that they're pulling out. And even at that, they have to put different ring and pinions in there, and different beefed up gears and different things. And a lot of them put planetaries on them because they're putting out so much horsepower now that they have to run the planetaries or they'll just destroy the rears. So anyhow, but that's the rule, that you can't run anything but that. You can't make a homemade rear is what I'm saying. So anyhow, that's about all I know about it. Boys know a lot more. They told me not to give away any of their secrets, so I'm not going to say a whole bunch more about anything that they're doing. But anyway, I hope that answers a lot of y'all's questions. Catch you later. If you want to know anything more about them, contact my boys here at Grimes Engineering. Got your phone number up there. And you ain't gonna get much from the website. Don't have much time to fool with that, but you can go to the email and contact them. There's your email right there. All right.